Hi, welcome to UXtweak's tutorial on how to test your Figma prototype with our prototype testing tool. We will go through the whole setup process step by step, from the adjusting of your prototype in Figma all the way to the launch of your prototype testing study. You'll see it's very easy to do. Let's get right into it. First of all, it's a good practice to create a copy of your prototype that you will be adjusting for testing. This way, you will always have the original intact and at hand without the need to remove any adjustments you did. Regarding the prototype itself, you need to make sure that all the content you want to test is included in the frames. UXtweak converts individual frames on the top level into designs in prototype testing. This means that if there's any content outside the frames, it might not be imported properly. If you want to decrease the loading time of your study and save the time of your participants, you can do the following. Trim unnecessary content from your prototype. Get rid of the frames, pages, and other elements which aren't part of your testing and aren't going to be seen by participants. Minimize your prototype. The more frames, pages, and other elements your prototype has, the longer it will take to import. With huge prototypes, reconsider reorganizing your testing by running multiple studies with smaller prototype files. Reduce the size of images. Figma doesn't do image compression by itself, so it's up to you to do it before you start testing. Good job! You have done all the preparation in Figma, and it's time to move on to importing your prototype into UXtweak. To import the prototype into UXtweak, you first need to create a prototype testing study. After you create your study and set up the general settings, you can move to the design section where the magic happens. The import itself is very straightforward. All you need to do in Figma is click the present button, the play arrow icon, located in the header, and copy the public share link of your prototype. You need to make sure that it is set to anyone with the link and can view. Paste this link into the prototype link field and click the import button. You will be asked to log into your Figma account if you haven't yet. If you have, you can skip this step. Click Allow Access so that UXtweak can download your prototype. The import can take a moment depending on the size of your prototype, so please be patient until it's finished. Now it's time to select which display mode you want to use. One-to-one Figma mode allows participants to see all animations and transitions exactly as they are when you view your prototype in Figma. A prototype in one-to-one Figma mode can only be edited directly in Figma. The speed of displaying your prototype in the UXtweak study also depends on Figma. Simplified editable mode allows you to edit your designs directly in your UXtweak study, adding more designs and clickable areas to connect them. Loading times should be faster as they don't depend on Figma. However, the simplified editable mode does not support Figma's more advanced transitions and animations aside from simple navigation. For the purposes of this tutorial, we will choose the one-to-one mode. If you change your prototype in Figma after you imported it into UXtweak, don't worry. You don't need to re-import it. All you need to do is click the synchronize button, and we will pull any changes from your Figma file and adjust your prototype in UXtweak. Your prototype is now loaded in UXtweak and ready to be tested. Prototype testing in UXtweak is a task-based study. You can give your participants multiple tasks to complete in a single study. For each task, you need to set up clear and concise task instructions that help your participants imagine they are in a situation where they need your prototype to achieve a certain goal. You also need to set up the task type, which determines how UXtweak calculates a task is successful. With Simple Match, you simply choose the starting design and the ending design. This option is a fit for cases when you don't put focus on a specific path you want your participants to take. It is deemed a success if participants reach the end page, whatever path they took to get there. With Full Path Match, you will open up your prototype and click through it to choose the exact path the respondents should take while solving this task. The respondents will begin the task on the first design of the path. the task will be deemed as successfully completed only if the path your participants take exactly matches the one you predefined. The last step of the task setup is a lostness metric. A lostness metric is calculated from the real path a participant takes in relation to the ideal path. An ideal path is represented by the minimum number of unique designs participants must visit to complete the given task. In a simple match type of task, you either enter a number manually or leave it empty. If you leave it empty, UXtweak will use the lower number from all the successful participants and compare others. For the full path match task type, you don't have to input anything as the ideal path is fully defined in the previous step. That's it for setting up the tasks themselves. If you want to learn some extra information from your participants, you can also add post-task questions after each task. The rest of the setup doesn't differ from the other UXtweak studies. You can add a pre-study and post-study questionnaire to learn more about your participants and what they think about your prototype. You can add a screening question to target only the participants you need. If you like, you can also edit the branding to make the study truly yours. Once you are happy with all aspects of your study, all you need to do is click the launch button and start gathering insights from your participants. And that's it. Pretty easy, isn't it? Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more tutorials and UX research tips and tricks. See you next time.